So we mentioned Senator Jim Inhofe's resignation earlier in this newscast. His decision to leave could impact Oklahoma's influence in Washington, D.C. Inhofe, as you may know, serves as a member of several Senate committees, including the ranking member of the Armed Services Committee.
Our Alex Cameron reports from our exclusive News on 6 Washington Bureau often. He's in Oklahoma for today's major announcement. Alex, it's great to have you with us here this afternoon.
Well, thanks. It's nice to be here. Yeah, it's a major announcement and something that I think some people maybe saw coming, but the timing of it was up in the air. But today, Senator Inhofe making it clear that he's going to finish up this current Congress, the 117th Congress, and then turn it over to whoever can win that seat, and that's going to be it's very coveted. So I expect very, very tough competition.
Alex, I'm curious to know how the senator's retirement announcement could affect our state's prominence on the national level.
Well, I mean, I think it's worth noting that, as you mentioned, he's very high-ranking on the Senate Armed Services Committee. Currently is the ranking member. He was the chairman when the Republicans controlled the Senate. But even as the ranking member, he and Senator Reid, who is the current chair, work very well together. Frequently, as happened this year, it comes down to kind of the big four, as he likes to call it. That's the chairs and ranking members from the House and Senate of the Armed Services Committees to sort of put together the final bill that goes before the House and the Senate. That's how it went down this year, and he helped to make sure that there was additional funding for the Pentagon, for the military, in this year's bill. Now, they passed the National Defense Authorization Act, but I should point out that the actual appropriation, hasn't happened yet, but we expect that it will. But still, that's something he takes great pride in, and so he has a lot of influence, and over the years, he's taken great care to try and protect Oklahoma's military installations and done a very good job of it. He does like to brag on it, but it's okay. When you've got a track record like that, it's okay because he's come through.
And Alex, earlier today, Senator Inhofe endorsed his current chief of staff, Luke Holland, to replace him. What all do we know about Luke Holland?
Well, Luke has worked for Senator Inhofe going back to just before 2010. I think 2008 maybe is when he first joined the staff, and gradually worked his way up. Since 2017, he's been his chief of staff, so really has been his right-hand man. And as Senator Inhofe has slowed down some, I mean, he's 87 years old, so I mean, he's still healthy. But Luke Holland has taken on a much more significant role in recent years with Senator Inhofe. So he knows the ropes. He especially knows those issues that Senator Inhofe is big on, defense. And so if he were to win, he thinks he'd be able to step in. And he announced his candidacy today. Senator Inhofe gave his endorsement to Luke Holland. Luke is a young man. He's never held any public office before, but he's going to go for this big one in his first try.
And Alex, really quickly as we wrap up here, who else might run for this Senate seat?
Well, that's really up in the air, but people are talking about maybe former House Speaker T.W. Shannon. Governor Stitt has officially ruled himself out. He will not run, but people are talking about possibly Congressman Kevin Hern, possibly Congressman Markwayne Mullen. And on the Democratic side, Kendra Horn from the 5th, who just lost the 5th District, is somebody who has some name recognition. And then, we haven't heard yet, but people are wondering, well, maybe Brad Henry, maybe Dan Boren. So those are some of the names that are being bandied about right now.
All right, and Alex, we know you'll stay on top of it for us. Great to have you on with us this afternoon. Stay with us. We'll be back after this quick break.